Hello, it's Kathy Hampton here from Wellside Retreats, Wellness and Healing Practices. I'm a few seconds, minutes actually behind. Please excuse me. Welcome to Journal with me. I hope you have had a great weekend, a great last week. I wasn't here last week, but I'm glad to be here today. It is, goodness, September 24th, and the month has flown by. When you're busy and you're doing things, it tends to, time tends to fly by. And I believe this is the case. I've been very active. I hope that you have been active, moving and doing things that you enjoy and are feeling good in your body and your mind and your spirit. We're here again to gather together for inspiration for the day, no matter what time it is, wherever you are, and some good vibes. So, welcome, Catherine. Thanks for joining us today. Good to see you here. Dr. Donna, thank you for coming by. Good day to you. And Sabani, hello to you, and I'm glad that you could make it today. We're going to get started. It may be a little shortened today, but we'll see how far we get. um, I'm going to set the timer shortly, but before I set the timer, please check in with yourself. How have you been doing? How are you doing right now? And why are you feeling the way you feel right now? Actually, it's important that we get in touch with ourselves. We check in at the present because the past is past, and the future doesn't come. Right? It doesn't come because we have other things that will come after the future. So check in with yourself. How are you doing? And if you're seeing this on replay, I want you to consider taking some time to see how you're feeling, your emotions, how your body's doing. Um, we always want to think about the holistic approach to checking in, mind, body, and soul. Give you some time to do that. All right. Check in with your mind, your body, your spirit, your emotions, or take a weather report. Are you feeling a little cloudy, gloomy? Are you doing? How are you doing? Uh, are you achy? You know, words that describe how you are doing doesn't have to be the emotional name. It can be another name for how you're feeling. Hi, Abba. Good to see you here. Glad that you could make it in and meet up with us today in community. Yeah, good to see you here. If you're just seeing this for the very first time, seeing me or tuning in to journal with me for the very first time, welcome to my channel. I'm Kathy Hampton again. Um, I help women move away from what no longer serves them and move them toward their dreams, desires, hopes, and just to be uh, in good spirits along their journey, move to a different place in their journey. They're feeling stuck. And Yeah, that's what I do, what the channel is about. And we'll be talking a little bit about moving forward with your dreams that you haven't taken action on and learning something new. We'll be talking a little bit about that today. But in the meantime, get yourself comfortable. If you're seated in a seat that is not comfortable, consider moving and changing your seat. You don't have to be uncomfortable. Get comfortable. If you want to lie on your bed, sit on your bed, do that as well. Um, I'm sitting in a little chair right now, and it's comfortable. I have a little, not even a little desk; it's a little table, but it is comfortable. Make sure that you are feeling comfort as we move in. We'll do 15 minutes today of journaling, and yeah, see if we have more time for discussion. Hello, my peace. Good to see you. Yeah, great to be here with you today. Glad you all could make it. So once we've gotten in tune with our how we're feeling and how we're doing, let's spend some time just opening ourselves up, calming ourselves down, getting ready to practice our journaling. And let's go ahead and um, uh, lower your shoulders if they're up by your ears, maybe rolling the shoulders back a little bit. You know, I spend so much time, and last week spent so much time sitting up and writing. Was sitting at a table most of the time, writing at kind of like a big desk, and with my head slanted down quite a bit. That causes, a little pinching sometimes in my neck. I don't know about you, but ergonomics are really important when you're writing or sitting at a desk, right? So if rolling the shoulders, maybe your head, moving your head side to side, okay, up and down, the best of your ability to do that. Some of us are, have stiff joints, right? And taking it slow to move the head around. We don't want to harm anything in our spine. Okay. And now let's take 3 cleansing breaths by closing the eyes or lowering the gaze, meaning looking down at the floor with your head still sitting upward, not bent down so that you're not straining the neck. Right. All right. So lower the gaze, looking down, or close your eyes. Taking the time to be familiar with your breathing, the inhale, the natural inhale and exhale of your breath, the movement of the inner movement, right? The inner movement, those lungs, you can feel them opening and expanding and then coming back to their resting place, and then once again opening up and closing, and maybe the abdomen is opening up. You can feel it in the lower part of your trunk, right? Just like a balloon, it expands and then it comes back down, and then we can purposely do that, opening up further, opening up our chest and our abdomen, and then maybe feeling our pulse by concentrating on it, noticing it, nothing else, but noticing what's making us move inside and continue breathing, right? So we can take our hand, placing it on our chest, one hand on your stomach. And we'll go 3 rounds of our cleansing breath, breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. One more time, breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. One last time, breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Now come back to your natural breathing, the familiar breathing that you have inside of you, the breath, the rhythm. It should slow down a little bit, or possibly could be a little quicker. It just depends on all manner of things. And as we come to the close of our breathing section, you can open your eyes slowly, gently, fluttering the eyes, raising the gaze, looking around at the familiar, your room. Okay. Very good. Okay. So we'll be writing in our free flow stream of consciousness mode. It means whatever comes to your mind, whatever is that comes up for you, as you're writing, ideas, thoughts that you have, how you're doing, affirming yourself, maybe giving gratitude, whatever comes up in your spirit that you choose to download on paper. And as I say most times, no experience is needed, nothing fancy, a pen, paper, pencil, paintbrush, anything that you have available to you, you can use to collect your thoughts, become aware of yourself, right? And we're going to start off with the Ambu sound bowl and end with the Sakya sound bowl. And you'll hear the first bell twice, just in succession. Bing, bing, right? And then the other bell in 15 minutes. We'll go for 15 minutes today. All right. Happy journaling. Okay. So our 15 minutes is now up, and hope that you're able to write well within that time, or get something down, opening up yourself, maybe self-awareness, was a focus. That was somewhat of a focus for me. Self-awareness, self-observation, notes to myself about how my experience this past week uh, is still kind of reeling within me. It was a very a great week. Um, One of the things that I observed was that in this new place that I'm living, the temperature changes. It can change at least 3 or 4 times in a day, and causes me to have sinus problems. And so I was once again stuck with lots of coughing, and sinusitis kicked in big time, being close to the water, and then having it hot and then cold, and it being you know a little moist in the evenings and in the morning. So yeah, I have to act accordingly. And unfortunately, no, but fortunately, I knew that's might happen, so I did have some medication that I could take to help me out. But all in all, it was a great week. I attended a writing retreat, and I've first writing retreat I've ever attended, and the writing retreat is part of Read, Write, and Create by Lori L. Tharps. She is a journalist, author, um, and um, and professor who teaches writing, and she has a community, a writers community for BIPOC women, Black, Indigenous, people of color, women, called the Sanctuary. And a few of us from the Sanctuary attended the retreat in a surfing, fishing village um, closer to Lisbon, about 40 minutes outside of Lisbon, and it was magical. It was very good. If you're ever in the Lisbon area and want to be surrounded or be around water in a different from a different vantage point, because there's water all up and down the coast of Portugal, but this is a really special place. It's a village that sits right on the water, and I could look out my window and see the ocean, and was able to see the moon. It was really magical. So yeah, really cool. And it was a guest house that we stayed in. So it's called Ericida or Edacida, Ericeir. Let's see, let me get it right. Ericeira. Ericida. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place. If you're looking for a place to stay for, a week or two, you can, or stay for a weekend. It's a great getaway place, and the people are just very, very kind and sweet. Whether they work there or live there, they're very kind. And there's the village part that's really old, and then there's the more modern part of Edacida that's really cool. Um, but evidently, there are people from all over the place, especially young and old surfers, believe it or not, um, from Australia to the U.S. Anyone who likes to surf knows that they can. There's a surfing school there. I did not surf, but was on the walk the beach and sat down with some women from the sanctuary, sister scribes from the sanctuary. One evening, we sat at the beach and had our meal, but it was a great experience. I learned all manner of things, and want to encourage you. Really, my takeaway is that it's never too late to learn something new. I have a desire to learn so much that sometimes I get in my own way, but learning the craft of writing for publishing is something I've wanted to do for a long time, but I didn't realize that I needed to learn a way to craft my writing to have it published. Um, and so there's different ways to write, and I have written most of my life, especially my professional life, doing technical writing. So the writing that it takes to write a memoir or some other nonfiction takes a different way to use words to catch the attention of the reader. So I'm learning that now, and it's fascinating to me. And I do a lot of reading, but I read for myself as opposed to reading to learn how the story was written, right? So Yeah, reading and writing for different purposes is a whole different thing. And also being very aware of my how I'm feeling along this journey can be a little frustrating. I'm a little feeling a little vulnerable because I'm like, I should know how to do this. Well, no, no, if you haven't done it before, you don't know how to do it. So you have to sit back and learn and listen, not talk so much, but listen, right? When we are learning things, um, you have to listen. You have to stimulate, your mind is stimulated differently when you're trying to learn something, especially if it's something you're really interested in. So that's what I observed about myself, as far as the craft. I also learned that I am very fond. I knew I loved being around water, but I didn't know how much it affects me. It calms me. It soothes me. The sound of it, the movement of it. I could stare at it all day. And there are people who do that. And I thought that was, that was something that was kind of strange, but I saw people who could sit for hours and watch the water move. Yeah, it has this hypnotizing feel or movement to it. So I've found that, and I learned that about myself, and was writing. Could write. I would wake up in the morning and walk around the village, and then stop, and I would start writing, and just the sound of it was amazing. So if you could find something that really, speaks to you in nature, like water or being in the woods or whatever it is for yourself, I'm encouraging you to do that. But also pay attention to how it really makes you feel. Really, stimulating the senses. It's really, I believe it's really important to kind of just to get to know yourself better. And that's what happens, I believe, at retreats. You move away from something different to something new, and it speaks to you in a different way because you're leaving what you know behind and seeing something new or different, experiencing something new and different. So um, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I think, if you're 50 and over, or even 45 and over, and feel that you can't learn anything new, um, or don't have the patience, or you don't want to learn anything new, that's okay. But if you do want to learn something new, um, go and experience it and see how you react. You react to learning. Um, and if it's pleasing to you, continue. I did have decided that this is something that I will probably be doing for a long time. And some writers, including, let's see, Maya Angelou, Octavia Butler, and many more have you know uh, written for publication later in life. You have a lot of 20, 30-year old, and even, yeah, 20s and 30s is the time of many people write, or in their 50s, they're writing to be published, doing something else. And it was really great to meet other writers in person for the first time, women who are writing all kinds of uh, books. I met someone who's writing horror, someone who's writing nonfiction memoirs like myself, who are creating journals for different reasons and have great ideas, who are writing fiction. Um, yeah, just really cool, cool things. So it was really good to be in company with these women. There were how many? There were seven of us, plus the founder who uh, who did a great job at getting us there, feeding us day and night, getting us into Lisbon for one day, where we spent uh, on a food tour in Lisbon. We ended up going to um, a great Mediterranean restaurant. Um, Also, going to a bookstore, an English language bookstore, not a Portuguese um, bookstore where the books were written in Portuguese. This bookstore is opened about a year ago in Lisbon, called Salted Books, and you'll find pretty much all English language books there. And Lori L. Tharps was able to um, have her books sold, and um, a co-writer, a friend of hers, also came, and it was a great evening. It was full. The bookstore was full with people who were learning about the craft of writing and the craft for publishing. So it was a great evening, and then we made our way back to Itasaida. And again, I hope that if you are visiting the Lisbon area, you maybe take a drive, get a Uber. You can get an Uber to Itasaida. It doesn't have it's not on the bus route or the train route. You have to drive there, and so it was a good experience. So again, learning, taking notes, consider what stimulates you, um, all good wellness practices, healing practices, um, learning new things. I was I was trying to. Um, I'm speaking to many people about the things that they do, their hobbies that they have, because I think it's really important. And I I attempted. I will say I attempted to put out a video while I was in Itarsara, but I was so congested that you couldn't hear me. I I really wanted to do it. I did the video, but didn't it didn't sound right, and I didn't have time for editing or anything. So look forward to that. A video that speaks to anyone who is considering what I call pre-retirement. Retirement can mean different things to different people, but for me, it means letting go, moving away from work, the work, the the job, that you've had for a number of years, or even the profession or the career that you've had, that you're not wanting to participate in, right? You're not willing to move away from, that you are willing to move away from, but you don't know how to plan for it. And I'm not talking about financial planning, um, because a lot of us get hooked in on that financial planning and talk ourselves out of learning something new, learning a new career, learning a new hobby, learning something that will make us happy, right? And so that video will be worked on today, and it will be out. And I'm going to be speaking to, I hope, someone who wants to consider making a plan, taking some action, moving toward um, what just might be a way to retire before retirement age, right? And we think about the young moguls of today, these young people who have worked so much, they've amassed, great fortune. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about uh, finding something that is pleasing to you, that's going to be pleasing to your body, that's going to be pleasing to your spirit, it's going to be pleasing to your soul. That it's not associated with a fire number. I'm talking about really considering how you can retire or pre-retire before uh, before you think you can, because there's so much life to live, and so much to learn, actually, and so much you could learn that could sustain you, that could help sustain you. So I'll be talking about that a little bit later, because I believe if you put these things into practice, right, just as we come and journal on a Tuesday and Thursday a morning, you can put some practice together for yourself on any day or many days, that make you feel fulfilled, whole, not in pieces, right? Where you are falling on the floor in pieces. We don't want that any longer for ourselves. We want to enjoy the nature around us, the things that we can do, we're able to do. And I'm excited for you if you have already found what you'd like to do. That could be travel. That doesn't have to be travel. It could be, learning how to play a guitar, working, playing that guitar for somebody in the community, right? Or playing it for yourself. Who knows? It could be cooking, it could be sewing. There are many things that one can do and learn how to sustain themselves and being happy. And once you can do something for free for a little while and then turn it into something that makes you happy and make money from it, hey, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. So to be continued. Watch this space. Watch this space. So Tracy Reed, thank you for joining us today. I appreciate that. Marissa, how are you, Marissa? Thanks for joining us today. Good to see you. And let's see, Greta, good to see you. Great to have you here. I'm blessed to have been able to rest these last couple of days from the long week that I had, and be able to journal with you, and hope that you all had a great last week. But because we are here, hope that you have a great day today as well. So if there's anyone who wants to say anything or have a question, let's see. Please leave your questions and comments in the comments, um, or in the yeah, it's going to be in the chat, so to speak. Please do so. If this is the first time seeing Journal with Me, and you think you might like it, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, and also, um, subscribe. I would appreciate it if you subscribe. I didn't put any of my details in the description today, but you can find my website at kathyhamptonwellness.com. And you actually could still put in Wellside Retreats. It still kind of moves us to that new URL. But and you can here is the there you go. That is kathyhamptonwellness.com is the website. If you're interested in working with me or receiving a clarity call for coaching, if you sign up at my website under coaching, you can get a clarity call. And once you pay for the clarity call, I'll be notified by email that a payment has been made, and I'll reach out to you to schedule the call. And You can also, if you'd like, send me an email at info@wellsideretreats.com. Okay. So there are plenty of ways to get in touch with me. And I will be sending out more videos very soon. All right. Very good. Well, I hope that you all have a great day and spend some time doing something you love today. Be inspired. Hopefully, you'll find some inspiration somewhere to do that. And you know, we'll check in and see what you're up to. My piece says, let's see. Enjoy, yes, attending the Salted Bookstore event and supporting as well as meeting all the writers. Same here, my piece. I was glad to see you there. Glad to see you there. It was a good crowd, a mixed crowd of all kinds of people there, including men who were interested in learning how to write. Men, other people who were visiting Lisbon and those who were living in Lisbon. Yeah, had a great turnout, and it was a great evening. So if you're interested in writing, I will say actually this weekend is an open house for the sanctuary. I should have gotten that information. If you're interested in publishing, publishing your work or learning how to publish your work, Lori Tharps is having I'm sorry, while I'm typing this here, she is having a open house for anyone who may be interested in joining the sanctuary. And she's interested in women who are interested in having their writing published and to get paid for your work and creations. Not because Black women in particular are a demographic that isn't quite making how should I say this, are not getting paid for their work as the other as our counterparts are. And she really wants brown and Black women to get paid for their creations, and we should be. And yeah, so I'm going to give you you can consider joining the sanctuary and working in community, because it's really important to work in a community to write, because writing in the vacuum isn't really healthy. You don't have anyone to give you feedback on your creation, and it's very helpful. I put it in the comments. readwriteandcreate.com, sanctuary for BIPOC women. Okay, if you're interested in writing to be published. I started writing a memoir several years ago, but didn't know how to really write the memoir. I was journaling. I had been journaling for so long, and I said about a particular subject, that I saw a story emerging, but didn't know how to create the memoir. How do you do this? So I started trying to teach myself, looking at materials, books, but didn't have anyone to bounce, my questions off of. And I kept writing and thought I was writing a memoir until someone let me know that you need to write with a group of people, a community that supports one another. And I finally found the group of BIPOC women who some publish a lot emerging. I'm considered an emerging author because I am my work is starting. It's in the works. So if you're interested in doing something new, creating something for yourself that you believe you would enjoy, whether it be learning how to play guitar, whether it means weaving, learning how to swim. I had a client that that I helped learn how to swim, and I didn't realize it. That's what she was going to do, but when she told me that that's what she had done and that's what she got from my coaching, I was tickled to pieces. She learned how to swim and is now swimming like regularly. She swims during the week at least 2 to 3 times a week. And that makes me so happy. So I want to encourage you, and it has actually changed. It has changed her life. It has changed her life. And so I want to encourage you to think about things that you wanted to do, but have held back for whatever reason, whether it be work, whether someone told you you could never do it, whatever that reason is, think again, think again. And she actually um, we started another session. She was one of my first journaling clients. And then we went through a coaching session for for 3 months, and she's moving on to other things. And so these were transformational changes that happened for her and to her. And you can do it too. If you know someone who may need some accountability, some information, some inspiration, let them know about Journal with Me. That would be a great start, because my start to this whole writing, I knew I wanted to write, but I thought it was just going to be in the form of journaling. Well, it's taken on a whole new light, and that is in nonfiction as a memoir. A few memoirs and some fiction books are coming. So I encourage you to think about that for yourself as well. So take care. I will see you on this coming Thursday. It'll be Thursday, the 26th, wow, of September. I look forward to seeing you at that time. In the meantime, take good care of yourself. Be well. And I'm sending much love to you. Take care. Bye.